I was recently asked, you speak so much about seasonal living, and it really resonates with me. I was curious about summer and if you could share a few thoughts on what it is trying to teach us. Thanks. Summer is not only a season, just like all the other seasons, like it's not just something that we experience literally through what the earth is doing and through the weather and so on. So summer is not just this time of heat and sunshine and fun. It is a season of honestly revelation. It is showing us what is true and strong for us, but also what is unsustainable and what is ready to be refined or finessed. And so on my wheel, on InnerSpark's Wheel of the Year, summer carries, just like all of the other seasons, two energies. We can call them archetypes. I like to think of the seasons on the wheel as different faces of the divine coming to speak to us, coming to share different invitations and bits of wisdom, different little breadcrumbs back home to ourselves, because each season and its subseason have very different vibes and different invitations, different nuanced essence to guide us and to teach us. So summer has the blacksmith at the early part of summer, from solstice to the first part of August, and then the sacred activist. And both ask something really powerful of us. Both have very potent teachings and wisdom and invitations. So the blacksmith at the beginning part of summer teaches refinement, sacred discipline, devotion, and kind of staying in the fire, right? Like that imagery of a blacksmith staying with that process. It's a very a process of consistency, of being forged, right? This is it's refinement, it's finessing. It is not punishment, it is not force. It is revealing impurities and in the heat, allowing that to burn away. So the blacksmith asks us, what in me is ready to be forged? What false identities are burning away, and where am I being refined? Where am I kind of coming to a place where I'm ready to maybe soften some rough edges, or to drop some illusions that I'm carrying, some false aspects of myself. And so it's this sacred devotion, this sacred discipline as sacred devotion, discipline not as brute force. And I recently did a podcast on this whole topic. It's so important. Most of us have a very toxic relationship with discipline. So discipline is it's sacred heat. It's the willingness to stay present when there's challenge, to stay present in what transforms you. Summer asks, where are you devoted enough to be refined? It can also assist us in losing the false ego by helping us to expose pride in all the different ways that it shows up, by identifying where we may be performing instead of exploring or being, where we may be insecure or overly identified or attached to certain aspects. It really allows us to, if we're willing, of course, to burn falsehood and to clarify essence. So then in the late summer, we've like gone through this process, right? We then kind of move into, oh wow, right? It's like we're not just seeing ourselves, but there's this kind of like zooming out that takes place of seeing our true selves, and not this kind of false ego self. So in late summer, we have the sacred activist, and this medicine is guiding us to not just act like for the sake of acting or acting haphazardly, but act sacredly? What does it mean to act sacredly in our own unique ways? And we're encouraged to identify and live our values. The sacred activist teaches us how to take a stand, create a legacy, how to serve and contribute meaningfully so that it's not coming from a place of reactivity or kind of haphazard spewing anger, righteous indignation, or just kind of like reactivity. You know what I'm saying? That like there's a difference. It's not performing either. It's learning what matters to us, identifying it clearly, and unapologetically aligning our lives with it and letting every one of our actions be sacred and stemming from that inner integrity. So we've really, we've come from the place of the blacksmith. We've like let ourselves be really forged. It can be uncomfortable. We're looking at like what's not true. Where am I bound up in illusion? Where am I bound up in pride and insecurity? And when we drop that, magic really happens because, like I said, we can zoom out and step back and kind of be like, oh, okay, this is what's real and this is what really matters. And this is what matters to me and my own unique expression of that. Because, right, your values might be different than mine. What it means to act sacredly might be different to you than for me. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like some people are very, they're writers. Some people are maybe going to do it more in a speaking way. Some people are going to be quieter about it and maybe just be really devoted and focused on how they're living their life, where they're spending their dollars. And maybe for some, it's like a little bit of all of the above, but it's coming to a place of recognizing what it truly means to you to act sacredly. So summer is asking us, where am I leaking life force? Where am I focusing on things that aren't true and don't actually matter? What am I building and is it what I want to be building? What am I serving and is that aligned with what I want to be serving? What needs to be refined? What am I acting on? What's motivating me? Is it love and true service and true kind of from a place of integrity and humility, or is it coming from a place of performance and falsehood? And so we can really examine the choices that we're making and what it is that we're orienting our lives around, and let that reveal to us something about ourselves and what we're devoted to, and check the is that what I want to be devoted to or not? So some practical summer inner work to guide this process is to really protect your energy, spending time really clarifying your values, simplifying distractions, using the abundance of life force energy that's here at this time, because there is, it's tremendous. There's so much sunshine, the days are longer, and when we're staying in balance, we can really receive that and use it and kind of harness it into this process. So really using it wisely, simplifying distractions so that you can use it the way that you want to. Stay close to your practices, keep your nervous system nice and happy. Notice what wants to be offered to the sacred fire. What do you want to offer to the sun to burn up for you? So I hope that was helpful. There are so many more resources on seasonal living and summer and all of the things on my website at InnerSpark.life. So yeah, just keeping close to that question of what false identities, false, outdated things is summer trying to burn away? What is being asked to be forged? And what does it mean for me to act sacredly? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated, please share with someone who could benefit from it. And if you have a question you'd like for me to answer, reach out to me through my website at innerspark.life, and I'll see you next time.